People, stay dandy, baby. The best thing about the latest episode of Jujutsu Kaisen is not the incredibly epic battle that Yuji and Todo have with Hanami, it's without a shadow of a doubt learning that Panda dreams of one day punching a zebra. Truly wanting to live the Panda American dream. And with that, my friends, welcome to another review of the Jujutsu Kaisen anime series. Today I'm going to be talking about two episodes, episodes 20 and 21, one of which completely wraps up the big battle with Hanami, and the next episode sort of gives us a solid conclusion to this big competition between Tokyo and the Kyoto Jujutsu schools, and it ends in a way that I could not have possibly predicted. But before we get to episode 21, let's talk about episode 20, which is just pure, raw, awesome action. Yuji, Todo, fighting against Hanami, who's bringing everything he has to the table. This episode is especially awesome, not because the main character Yuji is managing to use the Black Flash technique multiple times in a row, which delivers devastatingly powerful hits to Hanami, a character who can seem to take just about everything, but we actually get to see Todo's hidden technique. Before, he was basically just the big, muscular, strong Hulk member of his team. There wasn't much to him outside of the fact that basically he was all brawn. But finally, we get to see a little bit more of the brain that makes up Todo, and that's his secret technique, which is known as Boogie Woogie. Essentially, Todo has this secret technique where every single time he claps his hands, he's able to switch positions either with someone else, another object, or even his opponents. And this allows him to do a lot of really amazing things, especially when he's fighting with someone else. And with him constantly clapping and switching places with Hanami and with Yuji, they manage to just hit him with so many devastating attacks that he can't really react to anything. Hell, he even utilizes Maki's cursed infused weapons to just deck this dude in the face multiple times. Essentially, they bring their A game in this episode. Again, there's not much more I can say about it outside of the fact that it looks really freaking awesome, and I mean, it's just such a visual treat. It's amazing that the consistently good animation can be kept up in all of these episodes in a row. If this were any other anime series, all of this good animation would be relegated to a single episode. They've just been pouring it on over the last couple of episodes, and it's just so damned exciting. And it looks especially good. The music cues, the sound effects, the incredibly tense animation, and all the attacks, despite the fact that they're basically just a bunch of punches and kicks, look amazing. Even Hanami manages to bring out some pretty cool techniques, even revealing that he hasn't actually even used his major trump card quite yet, which is that other arm, which apparently absorbs all of the power of nature around him, being able to unleash some sort of secret powered technique. It literally looks like an eyeball opens up in the rose on his arm, but before he can even do this, before he can unleash something, before there is a solid conclusion to this fight, suddenly the barrier around all of them starts to disintegrate, and that's when we learn that Gojo has finally arrived. He's removed the sash from his eyes, and basically, he's in fuck you up town mode. This is where things get really crazy, because not only does he manage to take out that one dude with the black apron who wants to turn everybody into a coat rack in the most violent fashions possible by ripping and shredding his arms and legs up, but he manages to basically just teleport around like a freaking madman, destroying everything in his wake, even utilizing a super powerful technique which borders on like something that you would see from Dragon Ball Z. Basically, the guy firmly establishes that yes, he is the strongest, and you don't want to mess with this guy. He's immediately gone into fucko mode, and he ends up sending this massive blast, which I'm really glad that they established like how crazy he is. They show him up close, and then they show him unleashing the technique, giving us this nice big wide shot of the grounds of the Tokyo school as this giant black ball of death just like erupts through the forest, slamming directly into Hanami, and man, it is crazy. I honestly thought that they were going to kill off his character in this battle, and I'm honestly surprised he survived. Hanami does manage to make it out, losing his arm in the process, but I imagine he'll probably be able to grow that back, or this technique was so devastating that Gojo actually got rid of his major trump card, which was his rose black colored arm. This scene is so damned cool, and yet at the same time, Gojo still manages to keep his super humble and hilarious personality throughout all of it. So after these guys are defeated, everybody else that's been involved with Mahito decides to run away, and of course this is where we learn that this has all just been a massive distraction so that Mahito can actually take 6 of the Sukuna fingers. I'm sure they're going to use them for some sort of crazy evil purpose, but man, what a freaking crazy episode. The next episode is where the characters sort of pick up the pieces, everybody starts to relax a little bit, Yuji continues to dodge all of Todo's advances to basically be his bromance brother. It's really freaking weird. But then they decide, we gotta end this whole competition between the schools. What's the best way to do it? I imagine they were gonna go tournament style with it, have the characters fight each other in a one-on-one battle, and it seems like that's what they wanted to do, but Gojo comes up with another plan. They play freaking baseball. That's right, this shit just goes Space Jam levels of weirdness as the characters come together to play baseball, and it's just goofy. It's exactly what you'd expect. I've seen this type of thing show up in so many different anime at this point. There's something funny about taking these shonen battle characters and throwing them in a real-life setting like playing a game of baseball. I don't know, it always works. And of course Tokyo wins, but the best thing about this entire segment is whenever they go up to bat, you get to learn a little bit more about like some of their personalities, like the fact that, Panda, who's playing baseball in this episode, which is just weird saying that out loud, apparently wants to punch a zebra. That's his dream. Who wouldn't want to punch a zebra? Am I right? I don't know. It's weird as shit. But again, the series manages to know when to have a good time, when to have fun and relax before it moves on to the more serious stuff. So basically, it all ends. Tokyo wins. The villains begin their brand new plan with Sukuna's fingers. And we have a lot of brand new allies for the show. So, what's the rundown on the latest batch of episodes of Jujutsu Kaisen? This series is on some really ridiculous, silly crack, and it's really fun to watch. I mean, it's a show that knows how to have fun, and you can definitely feel the passion of the people who are actually working on this show. It manages to get better with almost every single episode, and the fact that it's been so consistently good, that alone is something that is just really special. I mean, this series has to have really one hell of a big budget, or it has just got to have the most dedicated animators on the frickin' planet, because the last 8 episodes have been nothing but solid action, and they all look spectacular. The battle with Hanami is just fantastic. I mean, like I said, I can't speak enough for the choreography and the creativity of the fighting, especially when Todo starts using his technique to Boogie Woogie, if you know what I mean, switching places with everyone. It just makes the fight so unpredictable and crazy, and it's always fun to watch the heroes wail on the bad guys, and it just looks especially good in the episode. I really thought that Hanami was just going to come back and absolutely wreck their ship, but once Gojo came into town, it was pretty much over at that point. Nobody's going to mess with this guy. They've been building up the fact that he is the strongest Jujutsu sorcerer, and this episode firmly establishes that in every single way. He completely stole the show after this massive action scene, and then for dessert, we get some goofy-ass baseball. It just worked tremendously in this episode, and I still love the hilarious dynamic between Yuji and Todo, the fact that basically Todo's just obsessed with Yuji at this point. They even managed to insert a little bit of backstory for Todo throughout these episodes, showing that in the past he was this young student who beat up this one high schooler one day, and he was met by some mysterious female Jujutsu sorcerer who remains unnamed. She's completely mysterious. We don't know what her deal is, but she clearly had a major influence on him and changed him into the person that he is today. I want to learn a little bit more about this chick and what her deal is, but again, it's little moments like that. They managed to slip in these little character development moments that just work so well in the series, and it doesn't feel intrusive amongst all of the crazy batshit action. That, and of course, all of baseball. So if you like baseball, and you like watching cursed monsters get the shit kicked out of them, then I think you need to check out these episodes. I thought they were really solid. They were both fantastic in their own special ways. 5 out of 5 for both of them. That's my thoughts on the episodes. I want to hear yours. Make sure to sound off in the comment section below telling me what you thought about the latest batch of episodes from Jujutsu Kaisen. What did you think about the big final battle with Hanami? The big, huge appearance of Gojo utilizing his super-powered techniques. And what about that baseball episode? Tell me all your thoughts, your hopes and dreams for the future of the franchise in the comment section below. So thank you guys so much for watching this review. Please make sure to subscribe to the channel for more videos just like this one. Take your bat and smack that ball to the outfield so that it hits the like button on this video. Helps out these videos tremendously. I also want to take this opportunity to thank all my patrons. You guys are super soldiers, going the extra mile, making monthly donations. Remember, first-time donators, I'll review an anime series of your choice, as well as adding your name to this list of credits, the producers of Ace Guru. So thank you guys so much for watching this review. I'll see you all next time, and as always, stay down there, baby.